Okay, lovely. Okay, so welcome to our last practice together for the month of August. I'm not exactly sure where the month went, but here we are. And as you may recall, this month has really been about trying to cultivate a sense of contentment and exploring a sense of gratitude. And really the purpose behind this is truly that the more we begin to tune into these positive experiences, the more we just begin to attune to them as they occur on a day-to-day basis. So as we plant one seed of gratitude, all of a sudden we might notice a flower bed that's sprouting up all around us. So perhaps you've experienced some of that, or perhaps not, and that's okay too. It's just simply an experiment really in noticing and seeing what kind of seeds we can plant. So today will be a continuation of this journey. And another thing that kind of, I guess, balances, there's a bit of a yin and a yang to gratitude, is that sometimes we don't feel that great. Sometimes we have experiences of anxiousness or, stressors happening in our lives, or obviously disappointments, or just really lacking a sense of grounding and feeling grounded to the earth. And so I'd like to share a practice to explore what we call resourcing, which is really finding that grounding, finding rooting down. And we'll be continuing our exploration of the senses in this practice. So just allow your body to begin to settle, noticing that the practice has already begun, so mindfully becoming aware of your body in space. Noticing the ways in which you can show yourself kindness even now by making any adjustments if you notice the body needs a little more support here or there. You might allow your shoulders to soften down away from the ears, allowing any tension in the brow to soften, to allow the jaw to soften. Breathing in, filling the body, noticing the breath. And breathing out, letting go, letting go, letting go. Perhaps noticing with each exhale how the body can continue to settle, to soften from head to hips with each exhale. So for the first part of our journey, I invite you to open your eyes if they were closed. And we'll begin to allow the eyes to orient for a total of 5 objects. But just starting with one, the first one that catches your eye in the space that you're in. Becoming curious about the colors and textures of this object. Allowing your mind to describe in vivid detail perhaps what it's made out of. Whether it's hard or soft, light or heavy. You might even consider how it came to be, how its pieces came to form, whether by machine or by hand. And as you're ready, allow your eyes to find the next item. Cultivating that same sense of curiosity, allowing our eyes to receive all of the details of the object. There may even be memories, attached stories. But allow yourself to be in the here and now, simply describing the parts, the details of this object. As you're ready, allowing the eyes to find the next item. Perhaps noting form and function. As you're ready, allowing your eyes to find the fourth item in the space that you're in. With the same beginner's mind and childlike curiosity, textures, materials. And finally, allowing your eyes to find the fifth and final item in the space that you're in. Allowing the details to anchor you in the here and now. When you feel like your visual journey has come to its completion, I invite you to allow the eyelids to become heavy, to close the eyes as we begin to tune into our sense of hearing, cultivating a sense of awareness for the sounds in the room that you're in. As though you're picking out a melody of a song, perhaps you might notice 4 distinct sounds. Without attaching to a story or an explanation of the sound, simply noticing perhaps the tone and frequency, whether it's man-made or of nature. And as you're ready, you might shift your awareness to your sense of touch. Perhaps noticing the sensation of your palms gently resting on tops of thighs. Noticing temperature, whether they're warm or cool. Perhaps noticing the texture of clothes on your skin. The parts of your body that connect with the surface that you're on. As we shift our awareness next to our sense of smell. If you're able, you might explore the aromas in the space that you're in. Trying to tease out two smells. Perhaps noticing whether they're sweet or sour. The qualities of the aroma. As we allow ourselves to ground down into our final sense, our sense of taste. Perhaps noticing a sense of flavor from the last thing we may have eaten or had to drink. From brushing our teeth. Or perhaps simply it's the residual taste of your mouth. As our practice to explore our senses as tools to resource and ground us down comes to its completion. If you're comfortable, I invite you to stay where you are. But if you'd like to make any adjustments, this would be a great time to mindfully honor the body. Once again, allowing the body to sink down into gravity, perhaps breathing in and noticing the expansion of breath. And allowing your exhale to release tension from the body, from head to hips. As you exhale, letting go, letting go, letting go. Allow your awareness to rest with your sense of breath that best holds your awareness. Perhaps the rise and fall of belly or chest. Or the swirling sensation of air as you breathe in through your nose. And as you breathe out through your nose. We might remind ourselves that from time to time it is normal and natural for a background experience to arise and to captivate our awareness. When this happens, as we've been practicing, let us open our arms and welcome whatever is here now without judgment. To be with this experience for a time before guiding our awareness back to the sensation of our breath or whatever body part we might be on. With that, I invite you to allow your attention and your awareness to find your feet. To find right foot and left foot. Feeling and sensing feet from the inside out. Considering these feet perfectly imperfect, completely whole, just as they are. Our feet that help us to move through the world. With a kind and gentle gratitude as we rest our awareness on our feet, I invite you to consider all of the steps your feet will help you take this week. The ways in which they'll support you, the ways in which they'll point you in the right direction. Allowing awareness to rise up ankles and calves and shins, to knees and thighs. Sensing our lower limbs from the inside out. Considering hips and pelvis, lower back, wrapping around to belly, allowing our awareness to rest with the gentle rise and fall of breath in belly. Softening any tension here. As we allow our awareness to rise into chest. Sensing outwards skin, moving inward to muscle and bone, to lungs expanding, and to our softly, gently beating heart. Collarbone broadening, shoulders softening as the weight of the arms gently draw down upper arms and elbows, forearms and wrists. Finding palms gently rested, warm and tender. Allowing our awareness to rise into throat and neck, to jaw softening, to lips and teeth, to cheeks and cheekbones, to eyes and eye sockets, softening brow, noticing in this moment, sensing the interconnected nature of body, sensing from the inside out this whole body connected, imperfectly perfect and complete. Perhaps noticing the ways in which your awareness has helped to ease the body, to soften the body. As we transition into our final practice together, if it's comfortable for you, I invite you to find one palm resting over your heart space. You might explore what it's like to turn the corners of your mouth upwards, forming a gentle smile. Noticing the tender quality in body that you've cultivated. Exploring what it's like for this moment to be enough. Just as it is. Just as you are. You might notice the gentle beating of your heart. hugged between lungs, supporting breath and heartbeat. Perhaps extending a sense of gratitude to heart and lungs. As we consider all of the ways in which over the past month we've practiced cultivating a sense of contentment and gratitude in our practice of presence. Jack Kornfield says that the heart is like a garden. It can grow compassion or fear, resentment or love. So in this moment, as we near the end of our time together, I'd like you to consider, what are the seeds that you're planting? What are the seeds that you will plant in your heart today, this week, and for the new month that lies ahead? Breathing into your heart space, to your palm, with this tender awareness, nurturing this seed, knowing that your heart is like a garden. As you're ready, you might release the hand. As we come to the end of our practice, I invite you to seal this final seed and practice of August with 3 conscious breath cycles. We might begin to open our awareness once more to the sounds and sensations of the room that we're in. Perhaps noticing the temperature, sensation of air or stillness. Allowing the eyes to blink open, perhaps holding a soft gaze, or allowing your eyes once more to orient around the room. Inviting any gentle movement into your wrists or ankles that might feel good.